You're listening to the Tales of Despair podcast. Please be advised that the content of this podcast may not be suitable for children. Listener discretion is advised. Oh, snaps. It's that time again where we roll some dice and pretend that we have friends. I mean, what?
A story?
Yeah, the story. Um, Hi, how's everybody doing?
Good.
Doing great.
I'm good.
That's good. Well, this week, let's start off with a different kind of question for the party. Starting with Sergio. Can you give us a like a little known fact about Nimbus, or like an interesting fact?
All right, then. Let's see. What can I say about my little goblin here? He's only recently actually eaten a very well-prepared meal. Most of his diet consists of things he's either killed and just thrown onto a fire, or things he finds in the garbage. But as in, like, actually sit down, waiting for someone to prepare him a meal, and then eats that meal, he's only had that recently.
I see. Okay. Nick, can you tell us anything interesting about Percival? Like a favorite hobby? Anything unique about Percival?
He likes to attend horses on his stable.
A stable that he owns?
Yes, back home in his hometown.
Okay, that's nice. He's like a bit of like he's kind of like a rancher kind of guy.
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. So then we're gonna go to Paula. Anything interesting for Armani?
You know, Armoni's just a normal 16-year-old girl.
Cap and a
She,
half. Cap.
she has a job. She has younger siblings. No. Princess Armoni is, she's 16. She's been working, as a dignitary for a few years. And I think that's the most interesting thing that the people of Solarius really know about the princess.
I see. That's quite nice. Quite nice. Then we're gonna go to James with Verona.
So Verona's favorite snack is spinach because she heard once that spinach makes you stronger.
I thought you were
Crazy.
gonna say
Did she hear this from like an old sailor from the surface?
named Popeye.
It was a sky sailor named
Oh.
Popeye. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
It's canon.
actually, it was a sky sailor named Popeye.
How high?
Pot pie. I like
No,
it.
Popeye, like high in there. Popeye.
Oh, I see. Popeye.
It sounds exactly the same when you say it, but it's spelled different.
It's canon now. It's a canon event that has shaped Verona into who she is today. All right, I think that's everybody besides me. You know what? I'll give you an interesting fact. Since I'm every single character at the same time, being the DM and all.
Give us an interesting fact about the big bad evil guy, like who he is.
That's a secret for later. If
His
it's even
weakness is
if he's even a guy. I'll give you one about Maeve because she's pretty cool. The owner of the sweets and confection shop. Her favorite color is yellow. Anything in her shop, everything in her shop is almost yellow. Him
You'd
with
think that everything in her shop would be, the color like mauve or something, something similar to her name.
that's fair. Yeah.
I bet her teeth are yellow too.
Wow. No. She's very hygienic. She has a business to run, okay? I bet Verona's teeth are red. Yeah, it doesn't feel nice, does it?
It's true.
Her teeth
It's
are red.
canon. It's because people punch her in the face a lot.
No, it's because
Her
she
brothers
hits
have
her head
decked
against
her
the
in the
floor.
schnoz all every day for 10 years.
Is it canon? Time to change some lore around. All right. With that, I think it's time to get started here.
Fair enough.
So last time, the party had returned to Maeve to announce that they had cleared the basement for her, and in return, Maeve rewarded them with a satchel of cookies and a well thought out note. Upon collecting the goods, they heard some commotion outside of the inn, so they left the Starstruck Inn to investigate the noise. And when they investigated the noise, they found that there was a couple of trash cans, and then there was a pair of feet sticking out of the trash can. Upon investigating the feet, they discovered that it was actually a goblin named Nimbus, who was also trained in swordplay and a little bit of magic.
Nat 20 cents footive.
Nat 20 cents footive is what Verona rolled. And from there, they became fast friends. The party noticed at the time that it was getting quite dark, and Armoni was nervous and was thinking that they should just spend the night at the castle. Upon getting to the castle grounds, Armoni ushered her new friends to the guard shack to sleep for the night, and the party agreed. Armoni went to the castle to sleep and was reprimanded by her mother and was told that they would have the discussion in the morning about staying out late. Morning came the next day, and the king and the queen both reprimanded Armoni at the breakfast table. From there, Armoni met back up with the group in the guard shack, and that's where we left off. So picking up from last session, everybody had woken up. A few hours have passed, and then Armoni showed up. So right now it is noon, and at this time you guys hear a bunch of shouting coming from outside. What would you guys like to do?
Did you guys hear that?
I think we should probably check that out. I mean, I'm not sure if the guards are yelling, if they need any help. Assuming it's the guards.
Is it normal for Perry to be screaming so loudly?
You can never tell with Harry, Larry, and the other Aries.
How many are there?
How many voices outside?
No, Aries.
We want to know the important stuff.
We want to know how important.
We want to know just how deep this Nurse Joy meme goes.
let me roll something. Give me one moment.
Better be a public roll too.
Okay. There are currently 68 Aries.
Oh yeah.
68 different Aries.
There's around
Aries.
there's around 68. Yeah, but they really like to, they take care of hiring themselves. So
Well,
they
perhaps that they're having a family get together outside right now, and that's why there's so much noise. I think that I would like to join. Let's go. And
Yeah,
I
let's go.
take my lance and I step outside.
Okay. So you open the guard shack door with a creak, and you don't see anything immediately. You're surmising that the sound is maybe coming from outside of like the interior of the castle grounds here, so you would have to go through the gate towards like the town square to be able to find out what's going on.
Well, you seemed that like you were kind of interested in this princess. Do you have the time to perhaps investigate this with us?
I would certainly like to.
Excellent. How about you, Percival?
Oh yes, of course.
I
I want
don't
to see
know
all
when
the
you're.
Aries.
Oh, that's true. All the Aries. Well, Nimbus, let
All
us
of the Aries.
let us depart from here.
Okay. Hopefully, I don't attract too much attention.
Armoni, you can make a perception check at this time.
Me. Perception, not my strong suit. Oh, but I got an 18.
Very nice. You notice that your father is walking down the little moat bridge out of the castle. And he's kind of looking around, and then you notice that he does see you. And he's just kind of waiting.
Waiting for me.
It looks like it.
I will go to my father.
So everybody you just see Armoni just walking kind of hastily towards her father.
I get down on a knee.
He kind of nods towards you in recognition like of the gesture.
I get back up and just stand at attention.
So you make your way up to your father.
I curtsy and say and kind of bow my head and I say, Your Majesty.
He's just looks at you and he's like, "Oh, these must be your friends. Is that right?"
Can I do an insight check on my father?
Sure.
To see if he's angry with me? Are there insight checks here? No, there's not.
Yeah. Go
Only
ahead.
sense footive.
Oh, yes.
Only
yes,
sensitive.
sense footive. 21.
Well, with your sense photo, you see that he's wearing some really nice Nikes. They have like gold trim on them.
I got them air ones, but I still
Air
get dunked on.
No, but using a sense motive, you surmise that he isn't angry or anything. He's just more matter of fact, kind of.
Oh, so I wouldn't get acknowledging that I know these people is a bad thing.
No.
Oh, okay. I say, yes, I was able to arrange to have a uh lunch, and so I was taking my lunch with them, uh, and then I was going to go back to my meetings.
Uh, I don't think that that will be necessary. Uh, I honestly have no problem with you exploring today. Don't worry about your mother. I will talk to her.
Uh, thank you. What about Ken? You said you were going to talk to him. I I don't want you to. He's only trying to do what's best for me.
I understand. I really do. And after some debating, maybe I came off harsher than I intended, and I do apologize for that. I just want you to be safe, Armani.
I will. And I'm learning more uh about myself and how to con- control it. Being out yesterday was really great.
I'm just glad that you're okay and you didn't bring any deadly things to the castle, if I'm being honest. He kind of chuckles a little bit. But your friends, they seem okay with me.
Thank you. Uh, uh, uh one of them is a knight.
Is that so?
Uh, yes, the young lady over there, and I think Armoni kind of uh tries to gesture to Rona without making it obvious that she's talking about her. uh, uh and blushes a little.
I see. The redhead one. I believe she is of Belthador descent, am I right?
Yes. Yes, she is.
Based on the insignia that she brandishes.
She also uh follows Solera.
He's you see that like he's trying to be like professional and like cordial and stuff. But then when you say that, he can't like hide his grin. That is very wonderful, Armani. We must meet this woman in the future. You know, formally.
Yes. Do you think Mother will approve? She's a knight, after all.
Hmm. She might be harder to convince, but I'm certain I can do that.
Thank you.
Well, I won't hold you up from your friends. Please be careful.
I will, Father. Thank you. And I curtsy and practically skip back to my friend.
You see the queen starts to come out of the door, and then he quickly like moves up to her and like kind of ushers her back into the castle, and she starts to like yell at him, but then he like closes the door to like shield you.
Awesome.
And you make your way back over to the group.
I think at this point I just like fully collapse onto the floor. Ah, ah, oh gosh. It was terrifying being in the presence of such high royalty. Oh, does anyone else feels this way? I feel
I
like
kind
I
of just
could.
look at Nimbus.
And then I'll just look back.
Ah, my breaths are getting heavy. It's hard to breathe.
Arms are weak. Arms are heavy. After a couple of moments, you see that Ken comes out from like the side door of the castle, and he approaches you guys.
Hello,
Hi.
Ken.
You missed an excellent game of Old Maid last night. You should have joined us.
Oh, really?
Yes, it was fun.
I love that game.
Percival was the winner, but he played excellently.
Wow, it's nice. Kind of looks over everybody, and he's like, "Oh, good morning, Nimbus."
Money.
Hey, Armoni, how's it going?
Hello, Ken.
Uh, sorry about yesterday when we got back to the castle.
Oh, it's fine. My father just said I have leave of the rest of the day, and I can go out of the castle walls.
Really? I thought you had a couple of conferences.
He told me not to worry about them, and that I could leave.
Nice. Great. So what's the plan? What are we getting ourselves into today?
Well, it sounds like there's quite the ruckus in the town square.
That's what that noise is. Yeah, I was hearing some kind of shouting or something. I thought maybe it was like a homeless man or something.
No, we are thinking that all of the Aries were getting together.
The Aries? What is
Yes,
that?
you know, like Terry, Jerry,
Oh, you're talking about
Perry.
our 68 guards, right?
That's correct.
Oh. Yeah, to be honest, I've been getting to know Barry a lot lately, and he's pretty cool. You guys met him yet?
Mm, unless he was there last night, I don't think so.
No, I just think it was Larry, Terry, Jerry, and Perry. But maybe that's another adventure for us. Meeting every single Airy.
That would be nice. Well, we should get going before the excitement dies down.
All right. Well, let's gather our stuff and head to the town square.
Nimbus, how good are you at scouting things?
I don't know. Let's find out. What do you need me to do?
Personally, I have a terrible perception.
You guys cross through the castle gate to get out of the castle courtyard and the inner parts of the castle. And you guys begin to head towards the town square. You do hear some more of the shouting. You hear somebody yelling, "We got him! We got him! Quickly get the guards!" A man's voice pierces the air. And you guys begin to hear like a bunch of like footsteps echoing in the plaza as a couple of guards start running towards the commotion. Do you guys want to go closer?
Oh yeah, I definitely do.
All right. You see
I,
like, huh? Go ahead.
I actually have permission to be out right now.
Absolutely. So after the shouting of somebody get the guards, essentially, you see like there's like pretty much a pile of guards that are like restraining somebody. You can't quite see like who it is. You see a man with full plate armor. He has apprehended the person. The person has long gray hair, and they have even longer fingernails that are covered in dry blood. The man with long white hair is growling loudly as the man in plate armor viciously slams them into the cobblestone tiles on the ground. And then the man in plate armor begins to talk to him. You know, you can try to evade justice all you like, but in the end, Solera guides those who bring in scum like you. Your trial for the murders of the Hensky family will take place tomorrow morning. Until then, you'll be taken into custody and held until your trial. He lifts the criminal up onto his feet while holding his arm behind his back, like in like a pinning position. Then the crazed man begins to like cackle. It was justice. Justice, I tell you. Justice for beastkin. We are the superior race. They thought they were better than us. They looked down upon us. Now they look up at us from the ground. The criminal begins to cackle uncontrollably.
Out
At
of,
this, go ahead.
am I the only one that can understand him?
He's speaking in common,
Oh, okay.
but yeah, it's good observation. The guard in full plate armor, then at that point slams the criminal's head face first into the cobblestone tiles and brings him to the ground. And the criminal's wild laughter is halted as he is now unconscious. The guard looks around with a bit of remorse for his violent display, and then he spots you guys, and he clears his throat. I'm sorry y'all had to see that. I personally knew the family this beast slaughtered. They used to bring fruit baskets to the barracks every other week. I truly feel heartbroken that someone could do such a vile thing to their fellow Solarians, he says with a bit of sadness in his voice. Will someone get a cloth for him? I'm not in the mood to hear his babbling when he wakes up, the guard says with a stern voice. Does anybody want to do anything?
Can I do what kind of check can I do to I don't know, history or anything
What are
on
you
like
trying to do?
on what the man said, the justice for beastkin.
Yes, you can roll history.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna walk up to the man, take my soap from my paladin kit, and just like rub it around in his mouth.
The unconscious, crazy man.
Yeah. Just gonna be like, oh man, the mouth on this one. My grandmother always made sure that our mouths were clean if we spoke out of hand. That
Okay,
should
you-
do this a trick. And I get my soap and I rinse it off with my water skin and walk away.
You
I got a 22 on my history check.
all right? So Armani, you would know that beastkin, historically have been um deemed as like demons, essentially, like not human, like murderers, bad omen, essentially. And they're pretty well hated throughout the kingdom.
Do I know essentially what they are, like why they are called beastkin? Because this man just looks like a normal human. Like,
Correct.
why? How is he? Would I know why he would be a beastkin if he just looks like a normal human? Or is that not
Tip
something that's known in general?
it's kind of a gray area, but it's speculated that beastkin are humans that have been cursed, like in their family trees, essentially, by like one of their ancestors, um, to inherit like beast-like qualities, basically. If anything, people regard it as like a curse.
I see.
So as you're pondering your knowledge about beastkin lore in general, Verona comes up and begins to wash the crazy man's mouth who's laying on the ground with soap. And then a few moments later, a couple of more guards come up with cloths and they begin to like tie his mouth so he can't really speak as he's still unconscious. Um, so yeah, when you wash his mouth, the guards don't really they aren't really concerned with what you're doing to the criminal. So yeah, they gag him and then they lift him up and then begin to bring him to a jail cell.
Uh, can I follow, perhaps?
Sure. So you're kind of like tailing behind the man in the heavy plate armor who's carrying the criminal like over his shoulder. Um so as you're following, how closely are you following?
Mm, I don't know if Armoni would know, like, to not. She's not sneaking, that's for sure. I don't think she would be aware that she should try to follow. I think to her, it's like, yeah, people can go into the guard, into the jail cell and talk to the prisoners. That's like prisoner visitation is a normal thing that people do. And so she just kind of like looks over her shoulder and like gestures for her friends to follow her, and she just goes off and follows. And I think she looks at uh Ken specifically with a look of like, I don't know how I feel about this.
He looks back at you and he's like, what do you want to do? Do you want to see how this plays out?
Yes, he's he started speaking about beastkin, but he doesn't look like a beast.
He looks fucking crazy, if you ask me. Do you see his nails?
Armoni nods slowly. Yeah, she nods slowly and says, he did. Would Ken have ever seen one of her full outbursts?
Because he's been so close to you, protecting you and stuff, he's probably seen it once or twice. But it wasn't like a full transformation.
Okay.
More of like the eye change so far.
Yeah, I think she just goes very silent, and I think a little bit of if someone looked too closely, her eyes are just a little bit too cat-like, and as she follows.
Does anybody want to make a perception check for that? Oh, now, are you trying to hide it, Armoni?
No, I don't think that it's something. Like I said, I don't think that she's aware that she should be hiding it right now. I think she's so focused on, I need to find more information.
Okay. But yeah, does anybody want to make a check against that? No.
I just imagine
Okay.
her
Oops.
eyes just like dilate like a cat's when it has
Yeah.
catnip.
Pretty much.
That's kind of what it is right now, where it's like, oh, they're not they're not slits, but they there's a little bit of a point at the top and bottom.
All right. Let me check something. You see that Ken is definitely paying attention to you. As you guys are walking after the guards that are carrying the criminal, Ken just kind of begins to talk to you. He's like, "Are you okay, Armoni?"
Uh, I'm fine. I think that justice is better served from the crown in this particular case.
Yeah. We'll see how things play out. So you guys begin following the guards. After following them for a bit, the man with the plate armor turns around. He's like, can I help you guys with something?" As he's just carrying around this criminal over his shoulder.
Did anyone go with us, or is it just me and Ken?
Did everybody go, or is it just Armani and Ken?
I would have gone stealthily.
Okay.
Well,
Roll
she
a stealth check.
specifically asked for everyone to come with, so she made it
Yeah.
sound like everyone was coming with, so I'm following her closely.
Yeah.
It was an invitation of like, hey, I'm going this way.
I got an invitation from the princess, and that's a civil duty for me to follow.
He says, "I have to. It's an order."
Yeah,
Very
I think
nice.
I'm gonna follow as well, basically.
I rolled a 25 on stealth.
They do not seem to notice you, Percival, but um, the man in plate armor is definitely focused on Armani at the moment.
Uh, uh, real quick, DM.
Mhm.
What was the name of the family? I didn't get a chance to write it down. That he killed.
That would be the Hensky family. I will spell it if you need it.
No, I think I'm going to just write it phonetically for myself.
All right.
Uh, I wanted to talk to him when he woke up, because he hurt a family that I knew. The Hensky family. I knew them.
All right. That should be okay after we process him. Yeah, come along with us. My name is Vance, by the way.
Oh, not one of the Aries.
No. I'm not brandished with that kind of curse.
First, I find out that there's 68 Aries, and now I find out that they're cursed too.
I no, I don't think that's what he was saying.
Don't get me wrong, they're good guys, but that must be tedious having similar names. Anyways, we're almost to the jailhouse. And he begins walking towards the jailhouse.
I know the microphone isn't picking it up, but Verona is whistling in the other room right now.
That's fine. Yeah, you guys whistle a tune and follow, and you guys eventually make it to the jailhouse. Vance ushers one of the guards to open the door to the jailhouse building to walk into. And he walks in, you guys follow. He walks towards an open cell, and he throws the criminal into the cell and was not gentle about it. And then he slams the door shut and locks it with his key. He's probably gonna be out cold for a couple of hours. I think I was a little rough with him. I'm working on it. I have anger issues.
Well, y do you know what he did to the family? Uh, what it was like at the crime scene?
Ugh. It. He just kind of has like 1,000-yard stare a little bit. He's like, it's one of the most gruesome scenes I've seen in quite a few years. It's blood, guts everywhere. How could you? How could they? There was a child.
Uh, um, Armoni nods knowingly, trying to pretend that she knew the Henskys, and she just says, "Uh, the claw marks. I assume there were some. His nails were bloody."
Yes. He must have been running all night from us, but we got him this morning.
How did he do that if his his nails are human?
He's just like, do you know what a beastkin is?
I uh just the rumors about them being cursed humans, but nothing about anything else. I thought they were half human, half beast.
Hmm. It kind of depends on the family tree, to be honest. Um, in his case, he was more beast than man. When we actually apprehended him, his nails were long and sharp, kind of like sickles or something like that.
Uh,
Or I guess you could say they were like talons, so like a bird. Unnatural. I heard that they're fueled by high emotions.
uh, and as he speaks, am I uh gonna beat myself up if I say this and then roll really poorly? Should I roll a will save?
um, yeah, you probably should. If this resonates with Armani,
This
which I'm
very
sure it does.
much resonates with her. Uh, she rolled a 15.
You're good.
As he starts kind of trailing off, the image of her brother kind of comes back into her mind of the, you know, blood and being covered in it. And she 1,000 yard stares and she goes and sits down and just says, well, I don't know if you all want to wait for him to wake up. I might have heard all of that I needed to now.
Well, I mean, it sounded like you wanted to get his side of the story or something.
I Yes, I want to know how he does it almost. Because he looks human, and I always thought that beastkin were always in a beast kind of form. They were only partially human, and he just looks so normal.
Nimbus, I mean, you studied the arcane arts. Perhaps that you've looked into something that some research of your masters or something about the situation.
I rolled a 22 on an Arcana check.
Okay. With that kind of roll, you can ask 3 things, and I will give you the answer about the topic.
All right then. How is a beastkin formed? Is it kind of like werewolf, where one can infect another person, or is it more like your born into it.
It's something you're
Molded by
born with.
it.
What was that?
It's something you're born with.
Molded by it.
No,
Born
not
in it.
Bane.
Molded
Not
by
Bane.
it. I hadn't seen humanity until I was already a beast.
You've merely adopted bestiality.
Whoa!
Oh no! Whoa! Whoa!
Oh,
We're gonna have to censor that out. But yeah, you're born with it, and it's something to do with it's situational. It's something to do with your ancestor. If your ancestor was a beastkin, there's a high chance that somebody in your family will also be a beastkin. And it's like it's not like a 50-50 kind of split. It's like a way lower chance of it being in your blood. But it's pretty common. And most
Right.
people either hide it so they don't get you know, persecuted or anything like that, or they embrace it, which seems like this man has embraced it.
All right.
That face when the plot of this campaign is just the X-Men.
That would be insane. So you have 2 more questions to ask.
Right
The
then.
X-Men.
I just, the more that someone embraces their beast side, do their forms change, as in they become more beast-like in nature, or are they still very much humanoid until they transform?
It's yeah. If you embrace it and you don't try to resist the effects of the change, so the change usually happens during like intense emotions like anger, fear, stuff like that. You will revert into a beastkin, your beastkin form. But if you embrace it, you can just do it whenever you want.
All right. Does the effects of the beastkin affect your person? So the more you, so if it's, but I guess is the beastkin transformation inherently bad, or is it just bad because society says it's bad?
It's bad because it has a bad history involved with it.
Right. So if it's like so if someone say, if this person instead uses it, but or if like there's a guard,
Mhm.
that has that beastkin power, but he doesn't use it until it's absolutely necessary, transforms, takes down whatever threat there is, and then transforms back. He wouldn't be exactly. He knows that he has that power. He can use it when he wants because he does embrace the power, but it doesn't inherently make him evil. He's still upholding citizen, and he uses it more like a
Does embracing it come with a side of madness?
yeah, that.
It depends on how you use it, but in most cases, it isn't used in that way.
So it's just an ability. It doesn't affect you. It's up to you how to use it.
Yeah,
All right.
it's kind of like like uh lycanthropy, but not quite as like uncontrollable, unless you want to be in the darkness with it
All right.
and do evil deeds with it.
All right then. Well, let's see. According to most of my researches, I believe that that kind of ability or that kind of transformation is usually inherited through your family. But if I recall correctly, it's just something that happens to people. Whether you learn to control it or not is up to the person. But much like any ability, not or much like a lot of things, your ability to control it, it doesn't change who you are. So if this person didn't have the ability to transform into this monstrosity, it probably wouldn't it probably wouldn't. He'd probably still be bad.
So he'd probably end up just being a alley stabber instead of monster man.
Yes.
The alley stabber just sneezes. Like it cuts to him sneezing. He's like, somebody's talking shit about me.
They're not all bad. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Well, yes. It all depends on the person. It's much like a weapon. You know, not just because someone has a sword doesn't mean that they're skilled enough. But, you know, but when you train with it, you could use it for good or you could use it for bad.
I can't believe that you screamed at this man.
He still killed someone. Many
Look at him.
persons.
He is a small pinnacle of wisdom.
Oh, you're talking
he's talking
about
about
because me.
Goblin. Yeah.
I thought Verona was talking to Vance and saying,
No.
I can't believe you yelled at this man that killed the whole family. I was just scared.
Honestly,
As-
they sounded annoying. I'd do the same thing.
As Percival is just like peeking through the fucking door, like hiding behind the door because his stealth was really high. Listening in. So do you guys choose to wait until he wakes up? The crazed lunatic?
Well, is there anything else that anyone wanted to do today? Because he's going to be out for a couple of hours, and his thing is he's not going in front of a judge until tomorrow. That's what Vance said.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't have to stay here. If there's anything, I know I heard about goblins and bandits and the rumors of witches outside of the city. But
I'm sorry. What types of rumors?
I heard rumors of witches being outside the city,
And where do
as
you
well
hear
as
such things?
goblins and bandits.
Why didn't you lead with that?
Well, we kind of got a little busy, and you guys were having such a great card game. I didn't want to interrupt.
Yes, I know, but there is already justice served here. We may as well serve more justice to the other criminals in this place.
Well, I only have permission to be out for today, but maybe. Oh, Ken,
Hmm.
you have all my stuff, I assume, because you're always carrying my stuff. Why don't you give my stuff to Verona, and then you can go tell my parents that we're going on an adventure?
Okay. And he takes off this loaded fucking backpack and
And,
he puts it in your hands, Verona.
I just hold it in my hand. I'm sorry, but where do you, what would you like me to do with this?
I can't carry it. So I guess you don't have to carry it specifically, but I certainly cannot carry it. I go pick up the backpack and it immediately falls to the floor.
A loud thud.
And I, like Thor's hammer, cannot move it. It has normal things in it. You look and it's just like food. Soap.
I mean, maybe we could take out some of the frying pans. Do we need 4 frying pans in there?
There's for sure not 4 frying pans. If anything, the miscellaneous things that are in there are sewing supplies.
Oh yeah, which reminds me, have you been feeding those pocket creatures?
Oh, I brought them with me, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so they're Pokemon now?
Yeah.
Yes, of course they are.
They're just like moving around inside of your pockets.
I think if I was eating lunch with my friends, I probably would have given them some squeakles and cheesy chuckle whiskers. I would have given them some of my lunch.
They're very grateful about having some sandwich.
I'm gonna name you Pichu.
They already have names.
This one will be Pikachu. Now we need to get gerbils.
So, do you guys want to wait here until he wakes up, or go and take on a quest?
I think we take on a quest.
Hell yeah.
Sounds like her highness would doesn't want to be around here anymore.
All right.
I'm
So,
also not sure. I have only the bare minimum information about any of these quests that they are outside the city. No idea where.
you would actually know,
Oh, okay.
because I added extra details to him. I forgot to give you.
One.
So which one do you want to inquire about more of? And I will
Well,
give you the rundown.
are any of them in the city or are all of them outside of Erelira?
One of them is in the city.
I would love to know more about the one that's in the city.
So the rumor about the goblins is that they have taken a local business as their base and have been attacking / killing anyone who enters, making
Oh.
this a dangerous situation for the guards and other adventurers right now.
I have an idea.
Well, we have a
Are
goblin. We have a
do have a
goblin on our
goblin.
side.
you? Mm-hmm.
Looks at Nimbus.
As the mediator.
We get a bomb.
And strap it to Nimbus.
I'm listening. Okay, never mind.
We are inventing kamikaze in this universe. It's going to.
Yikes. So Ken's like, so you want me to go speak to the king and queen, basically? And tell them you're gonna be working?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, my father privately.
I mean, that was the plan. I really
Yeah.
don't want to speak with your mother.
Yeah. Don't. I wouldn't. Not my mom.
All right. I'll be back. You guys go on ahead, though. Do you need me to bring anything back to the castle while I'm going there?
If I have everything, I can't see Ken's character sheet, so I don't remember what all it was that he was carrying for me. But I am decently certain it was rations, and that
So
was about it.
I think so. Do you want
And
this
oh,
food?
and maybe I think a sleeping row or tent or something.
I can leave this stuff here with you if you want.
Yes, if I just can't carry it. So if someone would be so kind as to carry my books for me, that would be wonderful. Flutters my eyelashes at Verona.
Well, if it's a test of strength, I suppose that I can carry your books for you.
It is just 10 rations and like a bedroll, and that's the only thing that Armoni was not able to carry herself.
All right.
And 4 shopping bags.
I will see you guys later then. And he begins to walk away back to the castle.
Oh god, I forgot I bought this stuff.
Neutrino bomb.
I have an ox and a wagon.
Yeah, you did.
Inside of your backpack.
Yeah, I forgot we were talking about that.
Fucking bag of holding. And you pull out the ox.
You love having transportation.
Oh, you
So
have no
no.
idea, Stephanie.
That's Sergio's favorite thing.
Well, it's
It's
not just that.
everything. It's everywhere.
It's that, and also it's the fact that, oh, hey, I have all this stuff that I can't carry everywhere I go. Well, now you could just throw it in the wagon.
That
To
is fair.
remain in my light load, I can carry a total of 23
23 pounds.
pounds.
Yeah,
And so
I'm not much better. I'm at 33,
Yikes.
which is why I
Yeah.
carry an ox. Which is why I have an ox, not carry an ox.
So you guys are left alone because Ken has
Oh, my
evacuated the area.
33.
You guys are going to take on the Goblin quest? Sounds like a plan. So how do you guys want to start this? So you don't know which local business is being seized.
Oh, we don't know which local business it is.
No.
Ooh. Well, we can ask around, can't we?
There's an option. So what would you guys like to do?
Is there any business that specializes in selling meat?
There is a butchery.
All right, I'm gonna go to the butchery.
All right. So go to a butchery. Its name is Danny's Meats.
I'm just gonna walk in and see what happens.
So you approach the building. The door is currently closed.
All right, I look around. Is there like a schedule?
There's no schedule. There are kind of like big wide windows, and they have some meat just hanging like as display essentially, like hot dogs and hams and shit. Just imagine your typical butchery, like in a cartoon.
All right. Is there anybody nearby?
You see some townsfolk walking past. You notice when they kind of are near the business, they kind of just like hurriedly like rush away from it.
Hold on, they rush away from what?
The business, like they're staying as far away from it as they can.
Did we guess right on the first business that Nimbus wanted to go to?
But you see, he is a goblin.
He's a goblin.
It's this goblin brain.
He knows it like the meat.
He knows.
Notice that there's no like light or anything coming from the inside, so it's pretty pitch black in there.
Also, it's the middle of the day. Wouldn't they be
Mhm.
open?
You would think.
I knock on the door.
No response.
I start. I knock once more.
No
I
response.
just say, "Hey, open up! I'm hungry."
No response.
And then I start swearing up a storming goblin about telling him to open the damn door up.
The door opens.
And I say, and I just waltz right in.
No, the door opens because a goblin opens the door, and they're in front of the door now, like in the doorway, and
All
they
right.
look at you.
Oh, I thought they They just open the door and just like, all right, cool. They just walk in.
So yeah, there's a goblin in front of you right now.
All right. So I say, like, I'm here for meat.
In common,
No, in Goblin.
the goblin just turns his head a little bit, and he's like, "Well, you came to the right place. Come on in, brother."
I just walk in.
And then the door
Is this
closes
a
behind
goblin hillbilly?
you. Maybe the door closes behind you. What do we call you, goblin brother?
My name is Garrick.
Hmm. Okay. Do you want some meat?
Yes. I see you guys have ham.
We do, but do you want the good ham?
Ooh, what do we have?
Come to the back. He begins to walk towards the back of the store.
Do we have that honey glazed?
You see a human laying on the counter, and you see that his legs are missing, and he's screaming. And you see a goblin standing over him with a butcher knife, and he's singing like a song. Chop, chop, chop of the meat. Chop, chop, chop of the meat.
I just say, no, 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 no.
He turns around with the butcher knife in his hand. He's like, "What do you mean now?"
Don't you know that? Okay, first of all, like when the creature is still alive, it's like it causes it to panic, making the meat very tough.
Oh. And then he runs the butcher knife across his throat and kills the human.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for the tip.
Do they not teach you this?
I wonder what's going on in there. It sounds like there's nothing wrong going on at all.
Yeah, I wonder what's
You
going on.
saw Nimbus go in, and then the door closed behind
It
him.
sounds completely normal, and I do not speak Goblin.
It sounds like
guys-
civilized speak, doesn't it?
You guys are just having this conversation outside of the store. Back to the goblins. And then, yeah, he just kills the man. He's like, "You know what? You're a good teacher. You said your name was Derek?"
Garrick, Halfia Garrick to be precise.
You know what?
He's a green planeswalker to be precise.
Stop.
Hold
He's
on.
like, you know what? Maybe you should meet our leader. Do you want to meet our leader?
Why not?
All right, I'll be right back. He walks through like one of the side doors,
I was gonna-
closes the door.
I was gonna say he turns around, puts on a mustache, comes back.
You hear some noise from behind the door, like that he went through. Like you think it's just a conversation. It's like, and after a few moments, the door opens again, and you see a thick goblin, muscular and fat at the same time. It's a weird concept. And he comes through. He's like, "How's it going, brother?"
It's going good, but I'm afraid I have to. I have to yell at you for something.
"You're gonna yell at me?"
Yes, your people, like your tribe, they don't know how to prepare their meat.
"Oh, and you must be the meat expert. Is that right?
Yes,
And what tribe are you from?"
I come from Oh God, what was it called again? give me 1 second while I pull up my folder.
Nimbus just
Tribe
pulls
of
out.
Nunya. Nunya business.
I'm from the Shivik tribe. It's Snow Peak Mountains. And if there's something that you should know about the Shiviks, is that we know how to prepare meat.
Go on. I'm interested now. I'm salivating now.
All right, so I started looking around. What else is there here?
You see a dead human with no legs. You see a bunch of like piles of meat. Like you're not sure what kind of meat.
I assume this was, but I assume this is what these guys butchered, or is this like an actual like made by the guy that just died?
You're not sure. And then there's like the hanging meat, which is like your typical like hams and whatever.
All right, I go up to the ham that's hanging.
Hey, don't touch that. Why are you trying to touch it?
To prove a point.
Well, do it with your eyes.
So I grab the so I grab whatever meat that was being butchered from the man,
God.
and I'm like, okay, you see here, and I just point at the like, just kind of how like the toughness around the meat. It's like this is caused because of stress, because it's still alive. Well, it was. Give it now. You have to, and now all of the meat is practically ruined. You need to do a lot of things to it just to make it soft, unless you want to actually struggle to eat. And I don't know about you, but I don't like it when I have to work for my food. I already have to work to get it. I don't want to have to work to consume it.
He kind of looks at you, pondering what you're saying, and he's like, "You might be onto something."
Now there is a way to salvage this, but it's only in stews.
What is stew?
It's when you heat up a bunch of water, throw in a bunch of stuff into it.
Water. Yuck.
Like, oh, I know. But that's why you throw things into it, so it doesn't taste too horrible.
Do you like water? You bathe in water?
Let's bathe.
Nah. He fucking like daps you up. He's like, "Yeah, you okay with me?" He's like, "You know what? I had my doubts about you, but you just proved that you're just as goblin as the rest of us. Ain't that right, boys?" Yeah.
So,
They say in unison.
how did you guys get here anyways?
They look at the window behind them. There's a fucking big ass hole through it. That.
Huh. So I just look through it. It's like, so what do I see?
Brick wall at the other, like the opposite side.
Wait.
It's probably the alleyway.
Okay. I'm like, huh, I see. But where did you guys even come from?
The sewer.
Oh, yeah. As I said, I come from the mountains, so I don't know about many tribes that exist around here.
That's okay.
So I look around and I say, so, what are your plans? Where are you taking this?
This is our new home.
Oh. So I just started looking around, and I'm like, So I look at the corpse of the guy that was here. It's like, of the guy that's here.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, so I assume this is the one that was preparing this stuff.
Not sure. I think he was trying to be a hero.
Ah. Can I observe this guy? What can I glean off of the body?
He just looks like a regular, like, farmer. Typical farmer outfit.
All right then. I just take a look at his face just to memorize it.
Like 5 o'clock shadow, tan skin. Older, probably like 45.
All right. Now I look around for a pot.
You see a bunch of pots.
All right. Yeah,
You're in the kitchen, basically.
okay then. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm like, so I'm just gonna grab a pot and I'm gonna hand it to one of the people. It's like, here, you're gonna want to fill this up with some water.
What do I do if it touches my skin?
It's like, don't. Just rub some dirt from outside and you'll be fine.
It makes sense.
And then it becomes mud. Just
Oh, you're smart. I love mud. And he begins to look for water.
there is some outside. Just be careful. Here, I take off my cloak. Here, put this on.
Oh, incognito.
And I
And
just
yeah.
I give him that look like, yes, yeah, he knows his stuff.
The leader's like, he is the second smartest goblin I've known.
I can tell.
And then the goblin with the pot and the cloak begins to walk out the door. Everybody that's outside, you see the door open, and you see a goblin wearing Nimbus's shit with the pot in his hand.
Yeah, we jumped this guy like Itadori and Toto.
Honestly,
He-
yeah.
he approaches Armoni with the pot in his hand. He's like, "Excuse me, lady. Do you know where water can be found?"
He says this in common.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I don't think I have any uh water on me. Would I know where the nearest well is?
Yeah, and it's probably down the road a little bit.
I like whisper in Percival's ear and be like, "Is she really trying to converse with this goblin?"
I'm just glad she hasn't been like, Nimbus, what's been going on in there?
Hey, wisdom save.
It looks very
No.
similar.
I don't even. Would I think that this is Nimbus?
Roll a intelligence roll.
Just straight intelligence
no.
check.
I was gonna say,
No,
it just
no.
called you lady.
Did
Did
just
just
call
call
me
you
lady.
lady.
23.
Called you
That is-
lady.
Roll nat 20.
Nat 20.
This is not Nimbus.
Oh, well, yeah, the well is just down the road there.
Thank you, lady. I'll
What's
be right back.
what's going on in there?
Oh, we're just making stew.
Oh, do you want help?
Looks you up and down. Human help a goblin?
Sure.
You're not tricking me, are you? Raises an eyebrow.
If I'm being honest, my goblin friend just went in there and I'm a little worried about him. And I want to check up on him.
He's okay.
You can understand why I want to go check up on him. Right?
Can you hold this for a minute?
I take the pot.
And then he runs back inside and closes the door. And he's like, Nimbus, you see this same goblin, he's like bracing the door like with his back, like his arms are stretched out like wide, and he's like there's a human out there.
There's a lot of humans out there. And you lost the pot?
I gave it to the lady.
I grab another pot and I just say, like, okay, let's try this again.
She says she wants to come in here. What do we do?
I start knocking on the door.
Who is it?
You hear Nimbus call.
Yes, hello, Nimbus. It's your friends outside. Wondering if you're still alive.
We're worried
still
about
alive.
you.
Still alive?
Okay. Can we
Right.
come in? It's quite cold outside.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold the fuck up. You said your name was Garrick.
It is.
Why is he calling you Nimbus?
It's my middle name.
Like, oh, for some reason they had trouble pronouncing Garrick, I heard. So I just call myself Nimbus, so it's a lot simpler for them to learn. You know how it is.
Bum. He's a smooth criminal.
Roll a bluff check.
For what?
Seems
No.
a little fishy.
No, that actually is my reasoning. Like, with my name being Happy
Roll
Garrick,
a diplomacy then.
diplomacy. All right. Cool with that -2. Nice.
Damn it.
Natural 1. All of the goblins their attention is on you. Something isn't adding up. Something smells fishy.
Do we hear this?
I look over to the barrel. Is there a barrel of fish in here?
Sure.
Yeah, just point to that. Is it that?
I knock. Do you want your pot back?
Oh yeah. He opens the door. Oh,
See
you have my
the
pot?
Yeah, here, let me come help you cook. And I walk in past him.
Wait! Just walk past him.
Oh, you're
Past
inviting
him.
humans now.
Oh, I'll make myself welcome then.
Yeah.
You just hear goblins screaming.
Whoa, what's happening here?
They see too much. Kill them.
No, we don't have to kill. Okay. You-
Yeah,
looks like you guys
exactly.
need
You
help
don't have to
cooking.
die now. We could talk it out. Maybe you could perhaps join the guard.
Or learn how to cook.
I know how to cook. I know how to cook.
You could sell things and then get more meat by selling things.
Exactly.
No, you've seen too much. You have to die.
Trust me, you don't want to die.
How much damage does a... What would the plus be on a pot, would you say?
On a what?
On a plus to hit on a pot.
Your strength.
Just strength.
Mm-hmm.
He seems... do they look like they're about to attack?
They look like they're getting ready to.
I would like to get the first swing and hit this one goblin over the head with the pot that I'm holding.
Whoa. Okay.
Damn.
16!
Yikes. Yeah, that will hit.
Knock some sense into you.
All right. How much damage?
I have no idea. It's a pot.
Yeah.
It's probably just like a D4.
Sure.
Damage.
Jesus.
Would it be minus my strength?
Yeah, plus or minus your strength.
So 2 damage.
Ouch. You hit him on the head with a loud ting.
Yeah, you put the pot on him forcefully.
Ouch.
It is time to calm down.
He's holding the top of his head. You see like some tears coming out of his eyes. Why did you hit me with that?
Because you were threatening to kill us. Now, you can either learn how to cook from our friend here, or you can get out. Those are your two options.
Can we still use humans for our meat?
Absolutely not.
That just seems unfair.
It is
What if we
perfectly
use
fair.
goblins for meat? How about that? Would
Yeah,
that seem
what if-
unfair?
What if a human came in, killed all of you, and then used your meat to feed other humans?
Isn't that just the circle of life?
No, humans don't do that.
No.
Yeah. Can I just do a just do like a neck, like a hand across the neck, like, nah, you don't want to talk like that, Rook, for a second, bro. You don't know what we goblins do sometimes.
Roll a diplomacy check to
Oh,
try
damn.
to calm the goblins down.
Who?
Who?
Anybody who wants to attempt it.
I would
Stephanie,
love
what's your-
to.
Okay. Yeah.
25.
I'll leave you.
He's like, after you bonked me on the head with that fucking pan, think I'm thinking a little bit clearer now. Maybe it's not a good idea to pick a fight with these guys. They seem strong. The other goblins kind of look around at each other. They look at Nimbus. They look at their leader. The leader just nods. And he's like, maybe we can open up our own store. Selling actual meat, not of human variety.
All right, but fair warning.
Uh.
Someone's gonna be in trouble for that. And I just point to the to the dead human.
What kind of trouble? You know goblin laws are different than human laws.
Well, yes, but you're also in human territory. And so there's going to be some reparations. Perhaps I could speak to the guards on your behalf, and let's say 35% of your sales will go to the city for a year.
I'm
Uh,
not sure that's how that works.
what is 35%? What is that?
Oh,
So I just say, let's say, okay, is there like a picture of an animal? Like, like displays all the cuts that people can get.
Sure.
All right, so I'm like, you see that pig? That picture of a pig?
An oink oink? Yes.
Yes. So I'm like, so say you sell this for money. The money you get from this part goes to them.
He's like, I'm thinking more of we sell head, leg, torso. They get tail end. I think that sounds fair.
You're gonna have to sell a lot of tail end to get to make up for it. But if you sell a lot of torso, well, you have to sell less torso to make up for it.
Like, you know what? I'm in. He extends a hand towards Nimbus.
Thank you. Now allow me to make your first sale. I give him a shot. I give him a gold coin, and I just take the ham from on the display.
Works
Dude.
for me.
That ham has got to be so fucking gross if these goblins have been here for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So, out of curiosity, which one of you strong gentlemen managed to take down this mighty human over here?
Oh, we all did. We beat the shit out of him.
Every single one of you.
how many of
Yeah.
them are there?
6 goblins.
Yeah, I would just check out.
I'm gonna leave over to Armoni and be like, I'm sorry to say this, but every single one of them could be charged for assault
That's
and murder.
that's why they'd be paying for a whole year.
Yes, but normally that it is constituted by the death penalty, or at least prison.
I think I have some sway.
I don't.
If it means that goblins are no longer met with screams when people meet them, I think
This could be
that I
good
could
for
at
the
least
economy.
try.
Yeah, I'm terribly sorry, Your Highness. You're absolutely right. I'm silly me. I shouldn't think that you're wrong.
No, you can think that I'm wrong.
No, and I get down on a knee and I'm like, you're part of the royal family. You could not possibly be wrong in this instance when it comes to justice.
Do you think
Forgive
I'm
me.
wrong? No.
No, I could never.
Verna,
I could never.
answer me honestly.
No, you
Am
could
I
not,
wrong?
You could not be wrong. And I'm sorry for speaking out of line.
I don't think that's true. I look at Percival and I'm like, am I wrong?
The Barthel's staying out of this one. I'm not going to go all with that.
So
Surely you know much better of
Listen,
the laws
you guys
than
all
I
heard
do.
it. My husband said I could
am-
never be wrong.
I am a lowly stature in comparison.
I just glance over at the goblin leader, like, Humans, am I right?
Actually, I am an elf.
Thought you were half elf.
Well, in this instance, I'm more elf than human.
Well, I'm
I,
a human.
I say it in Goblin. Don't worry. Like
He's like,
tall folk, am I right?
he's like, I wish they would get out of my store.
Which reminds me, does the pot have water?
No, it doesn't.
Like, all right. So I grab the pot and I'll be back.
Does this place not have a sink?
Wait, before you leave, why don't you take them with you? I don't trust them. Yet.
Take the humans.
Yes.
Like, all right. And they're like, okay. So I grab the pot and I start ushering Armoni, Armoni, Percival, and Verona out. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
They look confused as the party walks out. The party looks confused at you.
I put the ham in the pot for real quick, just so I don't have to carry too much. Like, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
But what's going on?
It's like we're getting water.
Oh,
You guys are escorted out of the building by Nimbus to go get some water, apparently.
So I'm gonna go look for the well or a spigot to get. But yeah, that's something I do. I'm just gonna go for a well and that Nimbus goes out and looks for the well.
Does everybody else follow?
I will. If Armani follows, I will as well.
Okay. Armani?
I think I will stay outside the shop, perhaps.
I will follow.
Okay, so Nimbus and Percival go to get the water. Verona and Armani stay behind at the shop, outside. Takes you probably 10 minutes to get to the well. Find the well. And you fill up the pot with water.
All right. I was just gonna say, like, I'm surprised you guys just didn't bum rush and start attacking.
Yeah, well, ever since we told Armani, I guess goblins are bad. She thinks they're not bad. I don't know. I'm me, right?
Yeah, you're the only
Oh,
person
yeah.
here.
He looks over his shoulder. He's like, talking to me?
Yeah, I was going to try to get some information just to see where they came from. Which, by the way, they came from the sewers.
They came from okay. Sewer goblins, is that a thing?
Oh, we exist everywhere.
Are there water goblins?
Yeah,
Weird.
Gabby-mon, gotta catch 'em all.
So you guys are doing that. It's a 10-minute walk back. What are Verona and Armani doing for 10 minutes? alone?
I'm probably just like on the lookout. I'm like being very vigilant, and I'm kind of just guarding Armoni.
Okay. Armani, are you doing anything in particular?
So Verona, what's your favorite food? I thought it might be good if we're going to be traveling together for us to get to know each other more.
Yeah. I'm like looking under a big rock right now. I like spinach. I like spinach, chicken, and rice. Protein. How about you?
Well, I love the roast lamb that the kitchen makes at the palace. Uh, have you ever been to any of the other city states?
Looking inside the window now. Um, I- it's hard to say. I mean, I was sent away when I was a child. Um, I guess to like a boarding school, per se.
Novovia is very beautiful in the spring. Uh, they have very pretty flowers there. We could, uh, you should see them.
The flowers? I'm not really a flower person. I'm more of a new blade type of person. But I suppose I understand why some people enjoy the flowers. Do you like the flowers there?
Oh, they're just so beautiful. I do. It's especially in the spring when they're all blooming and uh, like I see you carry your lance. Is there any other blades that you use?
No, I just the lance because it's easiest to use while on horseback. And I think can I like search for see if I've happened to find a flower while I'm searching like around the floor for like um any places where a goblin could spring up from?
Yeah, roll a perception check.
Nice.
Um, you do not see a flower.
I pick up a weed and I think it's a flower. Oh, you mean pretty flowers like this, right?
Oh,
Puts a weed towards you.
uh, uh, yes. And Armoni takes it, thoroughly convinced that Verona does not like her.
Damn.
And is just goes silent.
Verona in her head. That was very nice of me.
It's going well between us.
I think this chat's going perfectly.
Ten minutes pass, and your monthly crew arrives with a pot full of water.
So as I walk up, I'm just like, Armoni, I have a question for you.
Oh, yes.
How? How are you going to convince people to not kill these goblins?
Mm-hmm. See what you're getting at? And I think it may work if I just tell the gods what to do.
And you're sure that that would work?
um, feel like I should roll something, but I also think that no matter what I roll, Armoni is just going to think, yeah, of course that will work. I'm the princess. Oh, yeah, obviously.
I do not have knowledge in local, so the highest I can roll is a 10.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to roll it. Cool.
And what are you trying to learn?
I'm trying to learn what are the beliefs, the treatment of goblins in the capital city.
Not allowed.
Goblins are not allowed.
100%.
Yeah, that's what I
Does
figured.
Armoni know that? I'm sure Armoni knows that.
It's like
Armani knows that, and Nimbus 100% knows that.
it's like I've been around people. I know how this works.
Unless they're accompanied by an adult.
Or children.
That's how I survived. Now it's like
Yeah.
That's
It's
just
like-
our
Here's the
joke,
thing.
but they need to
What
be
if-
accompanied by a citizen or a guard or
What
whatever.
if we just don't tell the gods that the owner's dead? And just say he's upstairs and is teaching the goblins how to be butchers.
he had a family, or
Fair
at the very,
point.
or
We
at the very least,
may need to just kill all of these goblins, Nimbus.
I have a better solution. So, does anyone have a piece of paper or a
Oh, I definitely do. I pull out ink and paper. And ink pen.
Oh, shit.
Okay, I need you to write a message.
Oh, right? In common, I assume.
Yes. So I said, so the message reads something to akin to, "Dear Master, I am sending you a couple of acquaintances so you hopefully can teach them how to behave. These don't appear to be the kind to learn magic, but I'm sure they can change the same way that you have helped me change as well. So please assist them for me, and one day I'll return just to see how things are going. Thank you very much. Grake Nimbus. So as I say, oh wait, yeah, that was my name, not Garrick. Great.
Forgot my own name.
Well, I've been going by Nimbus for a while, so yeah.
What's the name?
Grake.
Great.
Oh, my name is Grake. Graik in common.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Great.
Nimbus is fine.
All right, I have that all written out. I filled it up. So we're going to send the goblins off then.
Yes. And I give her the name of my former teacher.
Write down the name on the front. I would reasonably have magic sending paper, right?
Sure.
If not, we have
Great.
doves.
We have doves.
Well, that's what the papers are. They're magical paper doves. Like you fold them like origami, like your letter, or
Oh, like
some
in
gold or
Harry
whatever.
Potter.
Yeah. A little bit. But they will go to your target if you know their name.
Wonderful. I send that off. And I will go ahead and pay for it.
How much is it?
1 gold per page.
Like, okay, I pull out my last gold.
No, I paid for it.
Very well. I owe you 1 gold.
Okay, well, not what I meant, but that's fine.
So, yeah, then then I go up to the door and saying Goblin, open up.
Door creaks open. Does
I
it
walk-
have the water?
Yes. Be careful. It's clean.
You
That's
don't carry it.
So I walk over. Is there like a fire pit?
Sure.
All right, yeah. Throw some wood there. Put the pot over it. And I say, okay, now we're gonna need to light the fire. I just grab my rapier, swish and flick it, and cast spark on the wood.
All the goblins jump back because they're like, what the fuck?
Do we see this?
You do.
Oh, you just cast magic.
Good to know.
So I look around for some basic goods around, like in the kitchen,
Mm-hmm.
and I just start throwing things in. I'm like, okay, so this is how you can preserve meat that's too tough. You grab it, make sure there's not a lot of blood on it, Throw it in.
Goblin comes up to you with 2 pairs of legs in his hands, and they still have the shoes on them. He's like, "You want to throw these on there too?"
Not these. And I just start taking off the shoes.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, these are good for stomping around in. And to prevent clean water from hitting your feet.
He looks at his feet, his abnormally large feet that are dirty, and he tries to squeeze his feet into the shoes. Perfect fit. He says that as his toes kind of like pop out of him. My new name is Shoes.
Very well, shoot. Oh god. My voice for Davis cannot be consistent. Very well, shoes. Right, then I start throwing like vegetables, onion, some seasonings.
You see
flour
Nimbus
to make
throw
it-
in a pair of human legs into the pot.
Okay. Where's he going with this?
Oh, what rule would it be to not be disgusted?
I was actually gonna say like I'm just like before I throw them in, I'm like I just try before I like grab them or whatever. I'm like, you guys might want to turn around for this.
You guys also do notice that there's a dead body on the table, not too far from where they're cooking this stuff.
Is this another dead body?
No, this is the one without the legs.
Okay.
So if I may ask, how many of those have you taken down? As I point to the body.
Probably like 10.
All right. So once we're done eating, you're gonna have to go somewhere.
But why?
Well, around these parts, one dead body, or one dead of those big ones, will receive some trouble.
I lean
Well-
over to Verona and just in Elvish say, I think you're right. I don't think these people should stay alive.
But a few of them, I'm just gonna say more than 3. That's this many.
That's this many.
That's gonna be a lot harder to justify. But I know a place where you can go and learn what I just did, as well as learn a lot more. And they have a lot of food.
They all look at each other and then look back at you, and they all nod in unison. We like food.
They also have this ability, and I take a.
Fireball just blast you in the hole.
I was gonna say, is there a loaf of bread around here?
Sure.
All right, so I grab a loaf of bread and I say, here, take a piece of this real quick. And I assume they just eat it and it's just normal bread. So then I pull out my rapier, start swinging it a little bit, and like point it towards the bread. When they eat it now, it tastes. I'm gonna say it tastes like a grog.
Hmm.
So like an alcoholic drink that goblins like to make.
They're like, "Urgh. It's sour water. We love sour water."
There's a lot of things that you can learn, but also don't try to attack him. It will not go well.
They all look at their leader, and the leader's just like looking around. And then they run up to the leader and start shanking him.
Fuck.
And then the leader falls on the ground dead. And then they all turn back around to look at Nimbus. You're the new leader. Other leader was bad.
No.
He's the leader's gurgling and fucking struggling on the ground with many holes in his body.
Armoni is trying so hard not to scream. And-
Go
And
ahead.
you notice they
Roll what's
stabbed
on
him with. You notice that they stabbed him with like forks and like small like cutlery.
Well,
Vernon,
what's-
I look at Vernon and I'm just like, we should kill them, right? We kill them now?
so I'm just like, did he disagree?
No, he was just stupid. He doesn't know. He doesn't know whatever the thing you do with your sword. He's not special like you are. You're special. You're the new leader.
Okay.
I
They
look
say with the
at
creepy smile.
I look at Armoni and I'm like, yes, Your Highness, and I stab one.
roll to see if you connect.
Oh my god.
Can I at least be the one that got stabbed?
Yeah,
Can
the one is
you
already-
wait? Did you say can you be the one?
Not can it at least be the one that got stabbed?
The
Oh
leader? The leader
Yeah.
is dying on the ground.
Yeah, he finishes it off.
no, I'm attacking one of the other ones.
Roll to see.
Yes.
That'll hit. Yikes, man. That amount of damage. Hold on. Let's
That's
see.
not a lot.
And it'd be the one that I hit earlier with the pox.
Yeah, that one dies. Just splatter his blood all over the floor.
stupid.
Oh god, like we literally just sent a letter saying we're sending people his way.
The other
Yeet.
goblins start panicking. They're like, "Wait, what you doing?"
This
I
is
just-
called justice.
He was stupid, like your leader.
No, he was the smart one. Now what are we gonna do?
It's like who was the one that was the second smartest?
The leader. Imagine.
It was you that was the smartest one, and the second smartest one was the one that had your robes on.
Okay. That was the one that they just killed.
Yeah, the one that Armani hit on the head with the pot is now dead because Verona's punctured him with the lance. Now you just see a goblin with robes on, just laying face first in a pool of their own blood.
Verona! Verona!
I'm sorry. Her Highness said that they should die.
Yeah, they killed a lot of people and then they just killed their goblin friend.
That's why I'm setting up to breaks. My master.
No, I don't like this game. No, you have to leave. You're not the leader. You're not the leader no more. Get out.
How many more goblins are there? 4?
4. Get out.
I try to stab one.
Get out. Get out of here. Roll for an attack. You kill the one that was screaming to get out. You just like fucking puncture him in his lung. He's like, "Ugh."
All right.
Now there's
Okay.
3 goblins left, and they start
Well-
backing up against the wall. Please, please,
I don't know if this feels good.
please, just get out. They're crying.
Surely the gods are just going to kill them, right?
Well, they killed 10 people.
Yeah.
But at the same time, perhaps it is not up to us and they can have a fair trial first. Granted, they probably will die anyways, but at the very least, they could have a trial.
Oh, now you have morals.
Yeah, now you have morals.
Or now you
Trying to
just,
have moles the whole time.
it's like, oh, hey, let's stab them right now. Actually, you know what? We should probably put them through the justice system. Well, they were going to get stabbed anyways, so let's stab them.
Listen,
They are shaking.
I'm just trying to do what Her Highness thinks that is right and just here.
Just
Know
let us
what to
leave.
do.
Let us leave, please.
Yeah, you should leave. Go ahead and leave.
They look at Nimbus.
I give them a map to my master's place.
No,
Like,
not after what just went down. No.
just in case. You don't have to go.
Hesitantly reaches towards the paper, touches it with like two fingers, like in a pinching motion to grab it, like folds it and puts it away
Be careful.
in their pocket.
And be careful. The big ones will treat you like this. And I point to them.
I didn't do anything.
Well, they treat us like that, and I point to the legs that you put into a stew pot.
He ran in here and hit me in the head with a shovel. He did that.
Because you took over someone else's property.
We didn't hurt nobody until that happened, and after that, we attack anybody that came through here.
But you took over someone else's property. This place wasn't yours to begin with.
That's how Goblin society works.
But you're not in Goblin society. You need to learn other people's society. Other people have customs that are different than yours.
He just looks absolutely terrified of you.
And yes, you're scared of me now because I was operating under your society of just killing someone when I felt like it. That's scary. It's scary when you do it to us.
He and the other remaining goblins look at each other, and they're like, "Okay, we'll leave. Can you grab the item out of the barrel for us that's by you?"
By who?
Sense
Armoni.
motive. Sense motive?
No, it's a sense footive if I ever heard it. There's some feet in that barrel.
Oh yeah.
I got a 10.
What are you sense motiving exactly? Sense footiving?
They seem like they're trying to hurt me.
You don't think they're trying to hurt you?
I guess I
Trying to
look in the-
unalive you, roll initiative.
I look in the barrel, I suppose.
So the lid is kind of fastened closed. You're gonna have to like pop it open with like a strength check or like a tool.
Okay.
Oh,
I
I'd
look
love
at
to see
Verona.
this.
I look
No,
at
no,
Percival
go
and
on.
Verona.
Go on. I'd love to see you try.
I don't even want to try. Yeah, just a what? It's just a strength check. I'll for shits and giggles, I'll try. I rolled a nat 20, which is an 18.
All right. With that, you manage to wedge your fingers like underneath the lid, like this, like underneath the lid, and then you pop the barrel open. After you pop the barrel open, you hear a loud fucking explosion, and a bunch of smoke fills the room. And then you hear footsteps running.
Why do they need to do that? I assume we hear goblin footsteps running.
Mm-hmm. And then you hear the door bust open.
To avoid being followed.
They could have just asked us to turn around.
When the smoke clears, you see that the one goblin is still against the wall. And he's looking around. He's like, where did it go?
They left.
Oh. How's your day?
Get out of here.
He fucking runs.
Which just reminds me of the frickin' scene from SpongeBob where they realize that Krabby Patties are made by plankton. And then everybody
out of
runs
plankton.
except for the one dude who's like, why aren't you running? I can't read. They didn't tell me that was the plan.
Yeah, he didn't get the memo. But yeah, but he runs out after Armoni just points and it's like, leave.
Leave.
All right, the shop is now empty. And besides 3 dead goblins.
This has been a hard day for me. I think that I'm going to the guardhouse and I'm going to file a report on this. I'll be back.
All right. Does anybody else want to do anything?
I'm just gonna before Verona leaves, I'm gonna say, just tell them that there were only 3.
I will not bring myself to lie to the authorities. I'm sorry. I'll just say that the others escaped.
Very well. Yeah, I just look at the 2 that were stabbed. Not the leader.
The other 2 that
Yeah.
were eviscerated by a lance and a rapier.
I'm just
Oh,
gonna
and the
Don't
one that's
forget
wearing your
Wolfpack.
cloak. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
I'm gonna grab my cloak.
It has some holes in it.
Yeah, and I assume some goblin blood.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go up to Percival and tell him, can you hold this for a minute?
Sure.
I take out my rapier, spin it around a bit, and then clean it with prestidigitation. Thank you.
I
Just-
cast mending on it a bit to fix the holes.
It's not a large hole, it's like a thin hole. So you managed to close it with your magic.
Well.
As you take the cloak off, you realize that the goblin's eyes are still wide open, but they're bloodshot.
Was he high?
No, his eyes are probably like that because you just stabbed him in his lung.
I didn't. That was not me.
Oh, it was the one you stabbed, but
Oh, I thought the one with the cloak was stabbed by Verona.
I think that was the other one, wasn't it?
Oh.
No.
Goblin B, whatever.
Now they're all
He's
the
dead now. They're all the same.
same.
Wow. Nimbus, why are you on the ground? Oh, wait. That's not Nimbus.
Is wearing Nimbus's cloak.
How do we
It's
not? How do we know that's not actually Nimbus? Dead.
Oh, that would have been something if they're looking at both of us and like, but which one is the real Nimbus?
That is I rolled high enough that wasn't an issue.
So yeah, you guys are just in this meat store. You doing anything else inside here?
I'm gonna snuff out the fire from the stew.
A human meat stew.
Yeah, when you live in the sewers, you get by with what you can get.
Armoni will remember that. Flashes on the screen.
Hey, the DM said it, not me.
What is Percival doing at this time?
At this time,
Mm-hmm.
that whole spiel is over, right?
The whole what?
That whole goblin thing.
Well, there's only one more goblin in here.
Oh, there's still a goblin in here?
Yeah, his name is Nimbus.
Oh. Okay. That proves I'm not racist. I thought Nimbus was a human.
Whoa. Okay.
Hats off to you for not seeing race, man.
Yeah. Uh,
So I asked Armoni,
oh, okay.
do you think that when Verona reports this, there's gonna be a couple of guards showing up?
Oh yes, we should definitely leave
Oh, yeah.
right away.
Yeah, I'm a skedaddle.
We're definitely leaving.
All right, you guys exit the door. And then where do you guys go from there?
No. Well,
It's been a
we're on a
couple of
left,
hours.
right?
Yep, she went to go get the guards.
Yeah. Damn it.
Well, we
Verona.
have to go back to the guardhouse to talk to that man if we want to. If we want to
right.
do that. So that's a possibility. And then we would all be kind of in the same place then, because that's where Verona went to.
Yep. Seems like you really want to be around Verona, hey? Armani.
I have no idea what that any of that means.
Okay.
She blushes.
Sure.
I like look at the weed that's still in my hand, and I'm just like, I don't think Verona wants to be around me though.
Say that out loud.
Yes.
Oh no, she definitely does.
I'm not sure.
Verona on the way to the guardhouse. I finally met someone that likes me.
That's fair. That's fair. So, Verona, you make it to the guardhouse after a few minutes. Can we help you?
Yes, there was some rumors of some goblins here within town that occupied some sort of business. Well, I happened to find a business that was a butchery, and there was some goblins that were occupying. They had murdered the owner of the shop. There was three of them that were there, and I took care of the three that was there, but three others unfortunately managed to escape. There was a bear hole that they rigged with some sort of trap. So
Uh.
I came to report this.
All right, we're on our way. We'll send 3 guards.
I appreciate your time. Thank you.
All right, I'll get Terry with the A, very and wary to go with.
How do you keep track of all these names?
We're related. What do you mean?
All 68 of you?
What?
Yes. Is there something wrong with that?
No,
Your
it's
poor mother.
I'm
Since-
honestly a bit impressed.
What if they were all twins? Imagine like, oh,
They were all born at the same time and being
Yeah.
They're all beastkin. We knew it.
Are you saying our mother is some kind of factory or something like that?
I mean,
Just
at that point,
pops out babies here and there?
No, I'm not saying anything of the such. Um,
Don't talk about my mother.
no, I'm not talking about your mother. I'm very sorry. I
We all
just,
we all have different fathers.
Wait.
I think that you're doing a great job, and what your entire family is doing here is honorable. Thank you.
Okay. Strange lady.
8 have different fathers.
Her mother is a whore.
What did you say?
Oh no, not you. I'm sorry, I can't lie. I'm talking about your mother. I 68 for this.
Listen here. You got one more.
I'm sorry.
Say you're sorry to my mother.
I'm sorry to your mother.
She was a saint. Do you understand me?
I'm okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is she a saint at one of these churches here?
Yes.
So I'm sorry for your loss.
Who said she was dead?
Well, you said she was a saint. If she's a saint, that means that she's canonized and is in heaven now.
No. She's
So-
very old.
So is that what means is that she's not a saint then? Because
Is this the one more that you're going to use?
no,
I said
no,
you get one
see,
more.
You see, I am a paladin, and so faith is a important part of of my life, and I just want you to understand that the difference is a saint is someone who is confirmed to be in the afterlife. Does that make sense?
He fucking slaps you. Don't talk about my mother like that.
can I roll something to like essentially when he slaps me for my head to just not move at all?
Roll um roll a
Fortitude.
Fortitude? Yeah, sounds right.
All right. I got a 23.
You don't move, but there's a handprint across your face. Don't speak about my mother.
I wasn't. I was speaking about you. I was trying to inform you.
Anyways, I'm gonna go investigate these goblins.
Wait, I thought that you were sending 3 people.
Well, now I want to go. Very can stay here. I'm gonna go.
Oh, very well. Have a good day.
All right, Terry and Wary, let's go.
Very can stay here. very well.
Right. And then they just walk past you and go. What are you gonna do, Verona?
Mm, I guess I'm gonna find. I'm gonna look at Vary and be like, sorry to ask. It's just that normally I don't ask these things, but I was traveling or working with some of my friends today. Was there perhaps a reward for this job?
Oh, okay. Let me get the contract for that. I'll be right back.
Thank you.
A few minutes later, he comes back with the contract for the goblin uh bounty. Yes, looks like there's a 40 gold reward for handling the goblins.
Oh, that's nice.
And then he hands you a sack. Thanks for helping us out.
I'm sorry for all the things that I said as well. I am truly just trying to help out.
What kind of things did you say?
It doesn't really matter at this point.
So we walk in then because we were going to the guardhouse to go speak to this man.
Yeah.
Mhm. You talking about the jailhouse or the guardhouse?
Oh, the jailhouse.
Okay.
I
You
assume they
see-
would have been the same.
No, two different things.
Oh,
The guardhouse is by the castle.
I definitely tried helping you out, Verona.
So you guys go to the jailhouse then? Percival, Armoni, and Nimbus.
Yes, sir.
All right. You guys walk in and you see Vance is filling out some paperwork. And he turns to you as you come in. He's like, oh, there you guys are.
Sure.
Yes, sorry. Figured if he was going to be out for a little bit, we would go and get some fresh air.
He actually woke up 20 minutes ago.
Oh, good.
Perfect.
I look at Percival and I'm just like, I don't know what to say.
Are you asking me?
Figured you would probably be better at, like, interrogation.
What do you want to find out?
More about this beastkin business that
So you
he
want
was.
me to? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You want me to ask the actual guy or the guard? Because
Oh, the actual guy.
Okay.
No, I
so
think I got everything out of the guard that I could.
All right. I guess I'll walk up to the cage.
You see that the crazed man is like he's on the floor, but his back is against the wall and he's just like leaning against the wall basically, like sitting down.
Leaning against the wall.
Mhm.
Cool. Hey. I kind of whisper quietly.
Doesn't really pay you any
Want to buy
mind.
some death sticks?
I'll buy some death sticks. I have a few questions for you.
He looks up. His long hair is kind of like in the way of his face, and
Mhm.
you see like a couple drops of blood are just like dripping down his face because he was slammed not too long ago.
Yeah,
Face
makes
is
sense.
bruised up. Yeah.
All right. Does he say anything?
He just looks up at you and just is staring at you. He just kind of makes like a grunt noise, like.
Can you tell me more about Beastkin? By any chance?
Why do you want to know?
I just
What
want to hear your
purpose?
side of the story.
We're the superior race. You should know that.
And why do you think that?
We're better. We're stronger. Smarter. Unlike you, old man.
Okay. And what? Okay. So you think you're better than us?
Why
Is
did
what
you
I'm saying.
kill that random family?
They deserved it.
Why did they
For
deserve it?
what?
The way they look at us. The way they talk about us. The way they think they're better than us. They're scared of us.
Hmm. Is that so?
I know so.
So why kill them? Because you wanted to?
I don't see a problem with killing weaklings. I had a lot of fun doing it too.
Hmm. Was it worth it? Getting
If
put to
only you
jail?
were there. If only you were there.
Hmm. All right.
How did you kill them?
With my hands.
No, I mean, how do you become a beast? You're just a man right now.
Kind of looks at you for a moment. And he starts to like sniff the air. Oh, I see. You, the girl. Come closer.
Armoni takes several steps back, with a uh, look of disgust.
Can I like? What would I roll to like to notice this? Like this interaction? Like sense motive?
Yeah.
Sensitive?
Sensitive.
11. Eh.
You might have everybody else fooled, but I know what you are.
I think Percival's probably smart enough to figure that out.
Armoni just furrows her brow, very confused.
Lay clueless all you want. We all know what you are. Anyways, are you done bothering me now?
Mm.
Armoni leaves because that's terrifying.
Is Nimbus with us?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he came with us.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I came with you, but I'm not visiting the dude.
All right.
He's probably
So you
sitting
leave the
far
building?
away.
I'll go back to wherever Nimbus is waiting.
Yeah, he's just kind of like by the desk, essentially, away from the bars.
All right.
They're kind of on the
I'm
other side of the room.
gonna whisper to him. What did you mean by that?
You're whispering to who?
To the guy.
Oh, he's just says, "Beastkin can smell other beastkin. Did you not know that?
Good to know.
Maybe because you're a stupid human."
Got he.
Bow, 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 bow.
Hmm. So my suspicions were correct. Got it. I just needed confirmation.
But hey, I'm not gonna rat her out. I don't really give a shit.
You're not gonna rat her out?
All I can do is wish well for her. One beastkin to another.
Hmm. So, how do you become a beastkin then?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I would like to know. So
What's
tell
in it
me.
for me? What can you do for me? How about that?
Hmm, I mean, I could kill you on the spot right now.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Yes, I would.
I'd love nothing better to fillet your skin and wear it.
Grr.
Open these bars if you're so tough.
I don't have a key, dumbass. Says the one that's smart.
I'll leave that to you.
I mean, you're gonna die anyways, so.
We'll see. What was your name, by the way?
Call me Raven.
Sure. Well, it was lovely talking to you, Raven.
Lovely talking to you.
May our paths cross again.
Can't wait.
Get a room.
Play the music.
So do you leave him?
Yeah, I leave.
He is shooketh.
I'm. All right. I got information.
Armoni is very shooketh.
Is she? Hey, Armoni.
Does anything noticeable happen?
I think I want to leave that up to you, DM.
I say with the nat 1 willpower, you do start to manifest some characteristics of your beast form.
I think Armoni, realizing how kind of alone she is, she doesn't really know these people very well. Just kind of says to Nimbus and Percival, says, I'll meet you back at the guardhouse, and like books it to Ken as fast as she possibly can.
Okay. You're running back towards the castle, and you do see Ken walking back at this time. He's about 60 feet away from you.
How far have I kind of manifested at this point?
Let's say there's 4 stages. And we'll roll to see what stage. Oh. 4.
I think before anything, I just am. As soon as I get to stage 2 and I feel myself getting to stage 3, I know it's not something that I can hide, and I am trying to be as stealthy as possible and in the shadows and just not in view of anyone whatsoever.
Taking alleyways instead of the main road.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Roll a stealth check.
Oh no, whammies.
No whammy.
Let's go.
Let's do this.
I knew it.
A nat
Fates
one.
are not on
That
your
one.
side.
Holy fuck.
I told you guys yesterday that I was not going to roll well at the session.
I
No,
run
they
into
rolled
you
it
and I
bad.
murder you.
Imagine.
So one person sees you.
There's no way you rolled a
Oh
nat
my
1 on
God.
a
He rolled a
D100.
nat 1 on
Oh
a
my
D100.
God.
I
Oh my
rolled I
gosh.
rolled for how many people nearby would have seen that, and I rolled a 1 on a D100. That's crazy.
So
You're so lucky,
congratulations.
man.
Oh my
This
goodness.
is no bueno.
This is
for-
exactly what my parents didn't want, and I sent Ken away. I was like, I'm fine.
Oh,
Fine.
Just
no.
imagine it like it's like, did you see that? What, you being stupid? Yeah, I did.
So one kid sees you, and they're like, "Hey, lady, do you have fur on your body?"
I think it's
Are you
stage
a
3.
furry?
Are you a furry?
I think it's
Uh,
stage 3. My facial features are not super recognizable, and it is near to the point of like half human, almost half tabaxi.
Yeah.
And so at this point it's very feline, and my movement is more comfortable on all fours at this point.
I was gonna say, I just imagine, like from Harry Potter, where Hermione drinks the transformation
Oh
potion,
yes, that's it.
and
At
there was
this
a cat
stage,
hair in there, and so now
At-
she's a cat person.
at this stage, that is what. Yes, absolutely, that is the stage that you see Armoni in. Kind of the
Feline variety.
feline variety. Her face slightly elongated, and her nails are fully extended into claws now. For covering her body the same color as her curly black hair.
Oh god. So yeah, you just hear the kid kind of shouting like, "Dad, I think I saw a cat thing run into the alley." And the dad's like, "Oh god. Maybe it's another one of those monsters that kills people. We should get the guard."
And I start running faster until I see Ken, and I just kind of try to yell in this form of which I cannot speak, and I hide as best as I can. Extremely scared, knowing that someone saw me, and that there's a chance this could get back to my parents, and but it no one would know that it was me because there've already been other creatures in the city, but just being terrified of them finding out.
All right, roll another stealth check as you hear guards' footsteps approaching the area.
Here we go.
An 8.
Not good. That's not terrible. That's
I think
bad.
I saw her run this way, and they rush down the other end of the alley. You're on the opposite end of the alley, and then you meet with Ken.
What's okay. What's kind of around me?
Trash cans, like piles of like broken crates and stuff.
But then you say I meet with Ken.
Yeah, Ken saw you like rush into the alley, and you called for him, and he just kind of like cluelessly ran in the direction that you were calling from.
Can I get into one of the broken crates and just try to make myself as small as possible? That way the guards only see Ken.
All right, roll another stealth check as you hear the footsteps getting louder.
Hides in a trash can.
There we go.
21.
I think she went that way, and then you hear the footsteps like leave the area that you're in, going a different direction. And Ken is just looking nonchalantly as they're just running around. The guards are running around.
Uh,
Go ahead.
I think as Ken kind of sees me, the way a cat gets very scared and ears go back, tail is low, and body is low, and just trying to make herself as small as possible. She's almost panting in this form, but what in human form would be dry heaves of barely controlled tears.
Like hyperventilating.
Hyperventilating, yes. Um, and eyes complete slits. Just this. Imagine the scaredest house cat you've ever seen, and that is what Armoni looks like, just larger.
Ken is just looking inside of the crate that you're in, and you see like he has an expression of like worry and concern, and he's like, Armani, what happened?
In this form, I cannot speak, and I cannot uh make myself change back. And so Armoni just looks at him scared.
2 minutes pass, and you start to slowly revert to your human form. And he's just staring at you, and his eyes are kind of wide. They're like, he's kind of surprised. Why didn't you tell me it got this bad, Armani?
It hasn't in a very long time.
What happened?
I don't think I'm like you. I don't think I'm a shifter.
He's just staring. He's just listening to what you're saying, but trying to process everything.
Armoni just has a 1,000-yard stare and cannot is still like cowering on in the crate and cannot even look at his shoes. And she just says, I think I'm beastkin?
Well, they're probably still looking for you. You might want to get out of there. And he reaches his hand in to try to help you climb out.
I climb out with him and I just try to pull my cloak. Uh, do I still have my things actually?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's not like a werewolf transformation where you lose your items, like they're inside of
oh,
your
they just.
body.
Oh, great! I
Yeah.
just pull my cloak as tightly around me as I can.
Yeah, I think we need to lay low for a while till things calm down.
Now, the
Yeah,
very important thing is, did any of my other allies see
Hmm.
me
you guys can roll a perception at the moment that she was running away from you guys.
at that first stealth check? You must beat a natural one.
Then Verona, or
I
Verona wasn't
wasn't
there.
there. No.
Yeah, you weren't there. So yeah, Percival and Nimbus. So Percival rolled an 11 and Nimbus rolled a 15. So they would have seen some kind of weirdness with you. Whether it be the tail or the fur can be up to them. Or the eyes.
Percival definitely knows.
So with that bombshell, I think that would be a great place to end session.
Okay.
Wow, that was an intense session there towards the end.
That was rough. That was rough for Armoni.